Second cutting hay is coming along nicely. And then come over on this side. The corn is really starting to jump up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday. I do believe it is the 1st of July, so yeah, we're in July now. And then to cap off, let's just call it a crazy weekend of travel ball. I got sprinkler issues. That's not straight. Something happened with the second tower. It didn't move. This one's way out ahead. So, let's go to the panel, back it up, and try and restart it, see what happens. Okay, so you come over here to your panel, change direction, had to hold the safety override for a little bit to get it lined back up. It says it's moving. So, let's go back over and watch and see if that second tower is moving like it's supposed to. Of course, as soon as I hit record, it stops. I can see all three tire tracks have moved. Tire sets have moved. So I'm hoping it was just a glitch. I'm gonna fire it up now with my phone. We'll sit here and watch it move the other direction. Then we'll go on to the next project. It acts fine. I'm not seeing a problem. I don't know what's going on here. It's in line. I got one nozzle plugged, but I ain't hiking out there right now to fix it. Guess I'll stick around for just a few moments, make sure that second tower in there moves this direction, and chalk it up to some random fault, I guess. I don't know. I've seen all three towers move, so I'm gonna drive off and hope it's okay. I got this machine here, it's looking good. Corn's coming up nice, or coming along nice, coming up nice. That would have been a month ago, or longer. Yeah, corn's looking pretty good for this time of year. Temps are all over the place now. The last 2 days it's been barely 90. I think yesterday it was in the low 80s. Cloud cover, a little bit of fog. Unfortunately, no rain. It's insane too, because my mother-in-law lives about 20 miles south. I do believe Kayla said she got a little over 2 inches of rain yesterday. And we got such little rain here, we're raking hay right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, crazy softball weekend. So, we ran over to Kansas. My daughter plays on a local travel ball team. They don't take it too crazy serious. I mean, obviously we want to win, but we're not like some of the teams out there, the whole win at all costs mentality. And we only play a handful of tournaments, so it's not crazy like I see on TikTok all the time. Whew. Some of these travel ball teams. Anyways, we go over to Kansas for a tournament, and there was 3 ball fields they were using and 3 age divisions. So you'd think 1 age division on each field. No. They started off the day with just the older group and the younger group playing, and then ours, the 12-year-olds, didn't start until Saturday night, which was odd because there's games all day Saturday. Normally we're used to playing throughout the day on Saturday. We didn't start till 5 o'clock at night on Saturday, and then took 1 game off. Then we played at 8 o'clock at night, and then we were supposed to turn around and play our last pool play game Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. And then the bracket would start at like 11 and go until like 9 o'clock last night. It was a bizarre setup, to say the least. I'm used to tournaments. You're done 3 in the afternoon on Sunday. We're going to be sitting and waiting for several hours still. We had a good draw in pool play. Things were shaping up nice. We went 1-1 Saturday night. But whenever we were going to bed, it was like 12:30 when I was finally calling it a night. I'm looking at my phone, 90% chance of heavy rain all night long, and the storms were just starting to develop. We get up at 6 o'clock, start getting ready. I look outside and it is raining. Not like a heavy, hard rain, but it is a solid rain. I could tell it had been doing it for a while. So I told Kayla, I go, don't wake up Braylon just yet. You know, let's let her sleep because we ain't starting this game on time. We get a call 20 minutes later from the coach. Hey, everything's been pushed back 2 hours. We're going to see what happens. And I told Kayla, I go, it ain't going to make a difference. Because this was a dirt infield facility instead of turf. So you know how nasty that was getting. We get a call 30 minutes later. No, I think it was close to 8 o'clock by then. So like another hour later. The tournament has been canceled due to weather. They got... I think at that time there was already 1.5 inches of rain on the ground. I've heard close to 3 inches total by the time the storm was done yesterday afternoon. Yeah, that tournament just did not have a chance. But I joked with Mama, I go, you know what? We were bound to have this happen at a tournament. We've had really good luck with weather. You just get a little 1 hour delay here or there. We were bound to have one go completely sideways on us. I go, and as jacked up as the schedule is at this tournament, this is the one to have go sideways on us. It sucks because we were sitting in good shape for that tournament, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. We turn around quickly though. We got another one this weekend over in central Kansas. That might be our last one. I don't know. I gotta re-look at the schedule. Anywho, I'm gonna go make sure the rakes are running, and then I might fill up the little sprayer and do some spot spraying. Well, somebody else beat me to the little sprayer, so I'm gonna go help Grant with the 2 fields we gotta rake, just so we can get done that much quicker. Well, he's well over half done there. Just gonna jump over on our little junk field over yonder's there and clean that one up. This is what non-irrigated alfalfa looks like around here. We can get water to it. We've done it quite a bit, actually. We had to irrigate it to establish the crop, but it's just not a very big field to where it's hard to justify putting water on this field when we can put it through that pivot or through the good flood field over there. So this one kind of gets neglected unless we have like a crazy event, you know, sprinkler breaks down, we got a pond full. All right, we'll string the pipe across the top here and irrigate this, but it doesn't happen very often. Here's what the ground looks like when you do irrigate it. But this is a new stand, so of course we're gonna treat it better than an old stand. Making a decent windrow. But I don't agree with raking this right now. I checked it last night, it was really green. The one thing we have going for us is it's supposed to be dang near 100 degrees today with a breeze. I would much rather let this lay for another day, rake it tomorrow, bale it tomorrow night. Problem with that theory is we have a little over 100 acres that we cut the same day as this. That'll all be ready tomorrow. And we've got a 60% chance of rain tomorrow. So we're gonna push it with this one. It'll be a good experiment. We'll find out tonight if it was right or wrong. I vote wrong. Tuna votes right, so Tuna outvotes me. So we're gonna rake it. Okay, windrows are baking for the day. I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do now because I had this plan in my head of what I was doing today, and now I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go to the shop and see what they need help with where. One more thing while I'm thinking about it. So, to guys, or gals too, that watch that farm, our local salesman came up to us talking about a 8400R with the E23 transmission. If you've ever been around one, what do you think of them? Never been around that transmission, never been around an 8400R. We're in the discussion, we would get rid of the 8360R that we're having the transmission troubles with. Or had. Now we got new transmission, so it's running like a top currently. For those of you that don't farm, an 8400R The 8 is the frame size, so it's like all of our front wheel assist green tractors that we have. 400 is the horsepower, R is the series. So it's row crop. It's basically their top package, tractor-wise, not interior-wise necessarily. And then the E23 transmission is an actual like shift transmission instead of the variable speed. It's supposed to pull better and it goes faster down the road. I don't know. Never been around one. New alfalfa is getting its first clipping taken off. So I mean, there's not a lot of alfalfa out there already, as you can see, but there is a lot of pigweeds. Volunteer corn is coming. A lot of other junk is coming in it. It's been sprayed twice. That's why the pigweeds are wilted pretty good and are as few as there are. But basically we need to get it cut, get the weeds cleaned off, get the corn cleaned off, and then whenever it starts growing, we'll probably go in and spray it. Try to keep it clean so it can be a productive hayfield the rest of the year. The way plans change around here. Oh, see, phone call now. Okay. I don't even know what I said a minute ago. So the plan's already changed again. Deere just called. They need the merger. So we unhooked the weed chopper from the little 195. Gonna run that in. Yes, camera's completely different because this came out of nowhere. And my camera's in my pickup and I didn't want to carry that around in John Deere because that would be weird. Nothing's ever easy around here. So I got thinking, I don't believe I have ever ran this merger. If you're new to the channel, we use this in spring silage to move wheat windrows, make a bigger windrow for the silage chopper. You got this clunky control box over here, but yeah, I know I ran our old Coon a couple of times, but I don't think I've ever actually ran this one. But Deere has an update kit, right, smooth as could be. Deere has an update kit they weren't able to get put on before we started. So now we're taking it in because they got time. Good God. Alright, back to this camera. I like my phone camera. I really like it. But I can't zoom at all whenever it's facing towards me. That drives me nuts because I feel like you guys are like this close. So, it's lunchtime. We got the merger dropped off. Got to the shop, figuring out a plan this afternoon. Think we might start working on a chopper. Tuna's wanting to chop some weeds, some kochia, some pigweeds for a little green chop. Blanca just finished swathing here. She didn't leave very much, just these 3 towers like I thought. Not bad. But I'm gonna go see what the wife's cooking. See if she got her internet working. Power outage yesterday morning fried our router. I spent a couple hours yesterday trying to set up the new one, and I'm missing a step somewhere to where it's not functional. I'm gonna go see if she had any better luck. First thing I gotta do today, this afternoon, not today. Glenn's gone, so come over, double check boxes, get his sprinklers up and going. Plenty of water, so we'll just hop on the old app. Where is it? No, wrong way. Burn your ABCs here, genius. Which way was it going? Tell it to go that way. Water on, 1 inch. Apply. Come on. What was that, about 10-second delay? Not too shabby. We'll stay here, let this thing pressure up. It's like about 38 pounds at that end of the filter, 38 there, bingo! Filter's clean, we're going. I didn't clean the filter, it's already clean. So I called this Glenn's. So each of us has farms we're responsible for. I've got 2 back over there, Bart's got 2 over there, Cameron, Glenn. Everyone out here has farms they're responsible for, except for Blanca. Doesn't have one, but she helps her dad a lot on the 2 out west of town he takes care of, Hector. Grant's the new guy. He's the fourth bitch. He just kind of gets sent around to all of them to clean boxes, make sure everything's flowing like it should. And then you got the tuna. He likes to say he's in charge of a lot of them, but he delegates Grant to go do a lot of it. And then if it's anything with the sprinklers, he usually calls me, and I'll do it. Can't tell you how many times I've been at softball tournaments, he'll call, hey, start this pivot. Okay, whatever. 42 in, 42 out. Pivot number 2's up and going. That's what happens when you don't put a stainless shaft in. The water corrodes it, and then you can't seal them. Let's see though, because I just sprayed this the other day. And they're on, you're gonna leave monster tracks. Let me pull up and roll the window down. So the corn is completely curled up and desperate for moisture. So this is as open as that canopy is gonna get. I don't know. I'd say that's still pretty closed off to me. We got some fields that are going to make a beautiful second cutting if we can get it all to work with Mother Nature. Clouds are firing right where they said they would. Watching the email I get from the meteorologist, plus watching the noon news to see a different one. They both said cloud would form just southwest of town, and they're supposed to move southeast. If we catch any rain, it's going to be just a sprinkle. See if they're right or wrong. I don't know. Cameron's getting the finisher. He's going to go work some fallow ground. Might throw a little bit of leftover sorghum seed out there just so we can get a cover crop if we ever catch a rain. Did I say before lunch? Tuna's wanted to chop some weeds. So every year, some of our fallow ground, they'll naturally grow some kochia and pigweeds and stuff. We don't like to spray it because put a lot of money into nothing. You know, there's no crop out there. So what we'll usually do is let it kind of grow up a ways, get a good cover on the field, then we'll go in and swath it and chop it. Makes great silage. We'll chop like a load or two a day. He'll feed it for a week and then do it again. So let's see if this guy will start. First, need to check all the fluids. Now, if you remember back, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, last time I was in this machine, it did not end well. Oh, what a complete shit show to end harvest. Glenn's plugged once, I've plugged twice. I'm risking fire, running a sharpening cycle after cutting dirt all day. My knife will not cut. So I'm going to see if I just put a little edge on it, if it'll actually go, because I cut from where I am to the other side of the truck and plugged it twice. The problem is the wheat, it's like cutting rained on stuff. The wheat is dry, but it's full of bindweed, which is like 99% water. So it's just trying to throw mush through, and it's just, oh, it's not working.
I'm going to get on this outside road. We're going to go around here.
I've never felt more defeated in my life. I've plugged 5 times in this field. I sharpened. That got me 2 loads. I plugged at the end of load number 2. We were just trying to get Kyle out of here. Good God. There's like 4 rows left. What a mess. Don't want to leave the chopper packed full overnight, so I got power tools. We're going to do this the easy way. Alright, gun showed up, so we got this open already. But basically, let me slide back under here, get a light so you can actually see something. So we take that bolt off right there. That lets the door open. Guess I got to carry the light around. So you can see the back of the knives. Up yonders is the blower. Oh, when your knives get really dull, they just can't throw it at enough rate to flow to the blower, and that's what happens. Well, after that, it sat in front of the shop for about a day and a half, and then a storm came through. Everything got moved to the shed real quick in a panic because they were talking nasty hail, and then it got forgot about. So I just cleared out the jam. I don't know if you can see it back over there. The door's still open underneath from that night. Kicked the header in, let all that stuff fall out. Just go to the shop, I'll crawl underneath, clean everything out, close it up, and then I need to blow this thing off before I start doing any sort of work to it. Yeah, let's hope weedage goes better than the ending of wheatlage. Say that 10 times fast. Now it's going to be an afternoon of playing chicken with Mother Nature. So that guy's just forming. He's going. He's east of us. They're saying these guys, though, now are moving northeast. There's that one, and then there's a bigger one behind it. And we got all them beautiful rows over there raked. Fan-friggin-tastic. Okay, maybe you guys can see a little bit more in the daylight than you could the other night with the light. So there's the back side of the knives. Up yonder way is the blower. This passage between the two is what always plugs up, makes a mess. You simply open this door by undoing that guy. It opens, you dig it out, you close it up, off you go. Now when you really plug it, it'll be plugged in the blower and above the blower, in the transition tube, in the spout. I hear those are really fun to dig out. I'm going to get this closed up because this is awkward laying on this slope backwards. Well, that was less than ideal. Have I ever pointed out we got a second air compressor? That thing has been a game changer between a swather, which more than 90% of the time just goes to the washout to wash it rather than blow it off. But the merger, the choppers, running 2 air compressors, oh, it's kept blood pressure so much lower. But I got the header all blown off, got the cutter head kind of directly underneath me all blown off, and then the shut-off valve on the wand, the nut that holds it on, it left the chat. So I'm gonna go park this. I think I'm gonna hop in a baler because it's getting darker and darker. We held off baling so far just because we didn't want to ruin all the hay baling it bone dry. I'm about 5 miles south of there and it's trying to sprinkle a little bit here. But you can see the storm is south of us. I brought Bart down to get the feed truck. Had a blown tire on it, so we brought it in and get a new tire. I don't know. There's never a right answer. Probably ought to just go bale it so it's done. I was hanging around the shop though for a little bit because I wanted to see the dairy guy from Texas. It's nice to say hi to him every year when he comes up. About this time every year, the hay broker that we go through, he'll bring him up here and drive him around to all the different barns. That was weird. Drive him around to all the different barns and see what kind of hay we got. And him and the tuna were negotiating a price when Bart and I were like, all right, we gotta go. Sounded like everything's gonna go to him though. I mean, they just gotta agree on the price, which I'm sure they will. We've sold to this guy for 6-7 years now. All of our barn hay goes to this guy's dairy. Somewhere around Dalhart or Hartley, one of the two. They're kind of describing it and I was getting confused. Happens easily when your brain's as small as mine. Yeah, moving on. I think we're gonna go try it. Humidity is barely 50%. We got the first few sprinkles starting to fall. I don't know. Well, that's not what you want to see. Nor is that. But the pressure's looking good. We've got real low humidity, so a few sprinkles are actually going to help. May not be barn hay anymore, but whatever. Cameron's bringing a rake. We'll see. That's giving me an error on my SD card, which makes me wonder if my SD card just took a crap on me. I think there's only one video on there, so not the end of the world, but not awesome. This video is going to be so screwed up going back and forth between cameras. I don't know what I did, but this camera now works. Grant's bringing the other rake. Wanted to get out and look at these. They ain't bad. They're not great, but they ain't bad. Our saving grace right now is we've got such low humidity. But I mean, look at those. That'll work. Our sprinkle is all but quit. Here's Cameron. Our sprinkle all but quit, and we got a pretty good wind. So it's drying it back out really fast. It's not gonna be as big a problem as I thought. Oh, the poor guy, he can't catch a break.
Every other one's on that last tower. There should be 2 rows that I didn't get.
I was saying, the poor kid can't catch a break. Every time I've got the camera, something goes wrong for him. Learning something new today. It's gonna happen. I gotta give him credit though. I mean, the little feller's catching on quick. Get a lot of new stuff thrown at you if you've never been around it. You know, growing up, you don't think about a lot of things that to a lot of us are just secondhand nature that we don't even realize we're thinking of. I don't know. Either way though, we're making some beautiful bales. Ooh, move over a little bit. We're lopsided. So this bar graph here and the arrow at the top tells me which way I need to move based on pressure inside that baler chamber. Try and keep them level, so you kind of spend the whole day going a little right, then a little left. Not quite as bad as the round baler guys have to do it, but you do got to weave around some. First broken shear bolt of the year.
Oh, never mind. I thought that 5. Okay,
Like
there you go home.
5-minute repair, back up and going. Cameron, would you shut up? I'm talking over here. Yeah, we go through quite a few flywheel shear bolts. Sometimes it's from pushing too hard like this. You know, it's real lumpy and uneven. You'll just catch a wad just wrong and pop. Sometimes you're on super thin crop and really confused why it broke. That's more often what happens. I sent a video a minute ago. Random turn of events here. So we missed that rain by about 5 miles because I know it clipped the east side of town. Buddy of mine hauling silage right now, clear down over 40 miles east of here from up by here. Driving through it, it was a hell of a rain. I mean, like 1/4 mile visibility. Ow, so close. So 2 nights ago, 2 inches, 20 miles away. Tonight, I don't know how much, 5 miles away. Maybe that means tomorrow night's our night. We've moved up here to the field I was worried about. So we're a mile north of where we were. We were just right over there. I don't know if you can see the bales on the camera or not. The screen is so small, it throws off my eyes on what you guys actually are able to see. But this field would have gotten almost 0 sprinkles on it. And we're hitting a lot of mid-20s. Right now I'm running, well, there's a 20. Is it gonna go any higher? Back down to 13. Bart's had quite a few in the 30s. So this field was definitely a day early. Because to have that high of moisture right now tells me there's stem moisture in it. So we're gonna have, well, right out of semi-load here. And it's all gonna go in the pile right over there. I ain't putting this in a barn. Especially a barn that we're renting. I'm not taking that kind of responsibility or risk. Cameron didn't clean the sweets. I swear, some people. So Tuna and I came up with a plan for tomorrow. Now you know as well as I know that plan's going to change. Hell, it's been 3 minutes since I drove away. I'll bet the plan's already changed. But it kind of gives a tentative thought process on what needs done. Taking the power off of this chopper so that way it doesn't drain the battery. If you park these choppers for a week, you ain't cut the power. But you gotta wait for the DEF system to run its recycle before you cut the power, or the next time you start it, it's gonna be very, very angry with you. Anyways, we got a plan for tomorrow. We've got, what do we have, 30, 40 makes 70, plus 20, 90 acres. We're gonna rake in the morning. I'm gonna go check to see if 40 of it can be baled first thing in the morning. Take a little bit of pressure off because tomorrow is our big rain chance. Today was a slight rain chance. Tomorrow's a good rain chance. And it'd be nice to be ready for it. Hopefully it comes through. Found out talking with Tuna, all our barn hay is sold. So that is a relief. Yeah, it was a good day. Random things go wrong every day, but today was a good day. Got some hay baled, we got some more ready to go. Blanca got some junk swath. I don't know where this random rabbling is going. Random rabbling? What the hell does that even mean? I don't know. Give me a minute. The hamster will get back on the wheel. I'll know where I was going. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we got some random junk swath, some good hay baled. It was a good day. Let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna go grab the dogs, go check some hay, go shut a sprinkler valve off because it's leaking, and just have a nice little evening at home. Oh, one thing I do want to point out. So now that we're hitting summer, midsummer, just baling and irrigating, I'm going to slow down on the videos. I need a break from editing. I'm getting burnt out. You guys are going to get tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over, other than watching my head explode daily. But I need a break, so videos are going to go down to one a week. Before silage, it may even go to one every other week. But for those of you new to the channel, things will get very busy come mid-August, because that's about when silage will start. Corn's 3-4 foot tall now, but it'll grow like crazy over the next month, and then come mid-August, when we start to run out of irrigation water, let the chaos begin. Catch you guys in the next one.